Welcome to your magical moon message with the moon in Capricorn. A very beautiful message for you. You had people who thought they can screw you up. You had people who thought that they can undermine you. You had people, energies, frequencies, ideologies, philosophies that just tried to block you from your blessing. And I don't mean to say this vaguely. This is a real spiritual war. And the day like today is gonna, because this is integrity, baby. This is moon in Capricorn. This is the evidence of real facts with actions that are aligned with what is true, my nigga. So like, this is it. You're about to step into, based on the actions you've taken that align with the integrity of your character, with which integrity talks and bullshit walks. See very profoundly how those forces have failed. And not only have failed, whereas you've been growing with wisdom, they've been mourning because of shit that's happened to them. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Karma does come back around. What's up? What's up? Look at your neighbor, tap him on the shoulder and be like, karma does come back around, baby. Yep. What you do comes back to you times 2, and in some cases times 3. Now let's just be clear. Karma isn't revenge. Karma is an application of justice. That's why Libra of justice is 10th house to Capricorn of integrity. When justice is served it, okay? And when it comes to karma, this is not no tit for tat revenge. People think karma is tit for tat. Like, oh, you did this to me, you gonna get your karma. Karma doesn't work like that. Karma is similar to most extra-dimensional phenomena or transpersonal phenomena, active the very moment it's done, because the only moment you have is now. And because you experience reality in a third dimensional plane, you're going to look at things linearly. So you're going to get emotional in a sense where, oh, if something bad happens to that person, that means they got their karma. When no, the very moment you push that domino, when you take an action, the very moment I decide to disrespect my romantic partner and not listen to what she's saying, I'm not going to get my karma later. I get my karma in that instant, the moment I made the decision, Capricorn, to do that. Now I've clicked a domino effect that in that moment will cause her to detach. Okay? This is important because now later I might break up with her, get with someone who's better for me, and be in a super happy relationship. And you might be like, wow, he never got karma for that. But that's not how karma works. Just because something seemingly good happens to somebody doesn't mean they didn't get their karma. I want to explain this one more time because this is the best way to understand the moon in Capricorn. We're going through the gauntlet. Moon in Capricorn is 5th house to Virgo. You're fully expressing, unlocking your inner child, the creativity of the incredible power that comes from this mastery of your behavior and skills and abilities. This is very important though, because when that robber shoots the grandmother in the face and kills and takes his life, he's not gonna get his karma later. He gets his karma in that instant. That's how karma works. Now for the rest of his life, he has to live with the body that he probably caught several other bodies, but that's how karma works. Now the consequence of that is that he's at large. If they might not even have found the body, they may not have even ever known that he killed her. Now he still has to live with that. He could be soulless and not even give a damn. That's still karma. Karma always comes back around, but in our third dimensional senses, it looks linear. It comes back around the moment you do it. In our third dimensional perspective, we're not going to see that because we need to go through time and space and experiences in a seemingly linear fashion, but karma's already been served. That's why people who are full of integrity, we don't play that, son. I have Saturn on my moon. You have never seen me defraud a single person. I don't play with people's money like that. I have Saturn in the 8th in Capricorn. So I can even get away with that. If I wanted to defraud thousands of people and do some shit, I could, but I don't fucking play that because karma is karma. I'm not worried that I'll get caught one day. I'm nice with mine. If I wanted to get away with it, I actually could. I have a little Nigerian prince in me too. But the reason why I won't is because integrity talks. Integrity is everything, whether you get caught or not. Period. As they say, whoever you are behind closed doors is whoever you really are, whatever. But there's truth in that. In that, it's not about whether you get caught or not. It's about your relationship with the universe and how the universe reflects your character. Because you can fool everyone. You can't fool the air that's all around you. Your actions are being logged. And some people don't get it. Some people, it's a game. It's like, well, I didn't get caught. As long as I don't get caught, it doesn't matter. Those are naive, childish beings that have not learned maturity. Tell me and show me anyone that understands integrity, and I'll show you an old soul or someone who understands maturity or is mature. Period. A lot of people still don't get it because to them it's about what they can get away with. And so I remind you that karma is not a tit for tat thing. It's not about getting revenge. It's about the realistic judgment that returns to you based on your own actions and the domino effect that puts a complex set of decisions that will come back to you in any which way. But it happens in that moment, just to give you a multidimensional understanding of karma. And in that sense, because karma right now is collective in Aquarius, we're going through the gauntlet again. This is the gauntlet that we're going through relative to Saturn in Aquarius now that we've had for 6 months since Aries season. We've had the gauntlet before, but we've been in the gauntlet for 6 months since Aries. And so this Virgo season gauntlet over the next 2 weeks is going to be the roundup, the most important integrative gauntlet, to where you're going to start to see the effects of this 2-week cycle through Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Chiron, Uranus. It's that real North Node start to actually take place in your reality, because when we go through the gauntlet over the next 6 months, it's all going to be shown in your relationships with other people, because you worked on your identity, Aries, in the value and investments in other people, because you worked on your value, Taurus, in the philosophical discussions and the ascension with other people, because you enlightened during the gauntlet in Gemini. So this is going to start to be extra noticeable as soon as the moon goes over Pluto. And not only do you awaken this superpower that goes into mastering your behavior, it's so much more practically, realistically noticeable. The moon entered Capricorn when Mars finished its cycle from 0 degrees Aries to 29 degrees Virgo. 29 degrees Pisces is when I had my car accident with the drunk driver who ran the red light, and I unlocked Ultra Instinct ability and walked out that bitch with but a little scratch, even though my car got completely totaled. And I realized I must have an angel, because look how death missed his ass. Okay, so, and I'm starting to believe that Geminis have this around their Saturn return, because now I'm starting to realize we have car accidents. But other than that, it's very interesting. My mom had some kind of car accident like that closer to this age and walked out with but a scratch. It's weird. But other than that, it's very, very, very important for you to embrace this level of mastery at this state, because now that Mars has finished his 29 degree cycle from Aries in Virgo and has mastered fully past the Mars retrograde in Aries that reevaluated the reintegration of your superpowers, now that you've activated it in Aries, now you're using your superpowers for the first time. You've always used your abilities, but now you're using your mastered superpowers for the first time. Mars in Libra square Moon in Capricorn is you using Capricorn in a social way. Mars in Libra, your abilities that through action will come into the fixed signs and maintain the strength and quality of those actions, so that you can finish Virgo season with practicing your abilities and mastering in a sense where you can talentedly express them. So you're being receptive to the incredible nature of talent. The reason why I fuck with Virgo and Cap is Virgo is not out here to play with you niggas. Virgo is trying to stunt. Virgo isn't even trying. Virgo is stunting on you motherfuckers. Like, they didn't come out here just to play. Like, they're low-key competitive, because 5th house of Capricorn means when it comes to what they love, when it comes to their creativity, Aries, when it comes to what they love, they have 5th house Leo. They're super creative, but they're here to have fun. which is amazing. They raise the vibrations. They're not too serious about it. They came to have fun. They know they're winners, but if they have fun, it's cool. Virgo does not play that shit. Virgo does not play with the work, because work is play. Like when it comes to what they love to do and when it comes to their talents, they're going to put unrelenting control and seriousness about it. They're going to give you the greatest quality they can give you so that they know they're the GOAT. When it comes to Virgo's creativity, they will be exceptionally difficult and tough on themselves. That's why they're fucking perfectionists. Because Saturn is the 5th house ruler, whooping their inner child like, do it better, do it better, do it better. And that's why when they give you their creations polished, it's incredible. That's 5th house Capricorn, devil in the details. So this is why it's very important to really keep that in mind, because you're going to be applying that receptivity to how incredible you can apply this mastery. But that conjunction of Pluto is going to really facilitate a deep soul awakening at a collective level, of bridging into the individual that you'll interface socially in your interactions with others. But it's going to kill certain emotions for good. It's going to bring unresolved, subconscious feelings and bring them to your awareness so that you can murk them bitches and completely transform them moving forward. Because once you come into this direction that you're leading, it's going to intensify through the gauntlet as it goes through Saturn in Aquarius. And we're going to close off, of course, Virgo season after the full moon. Because we're now officially in the integration cycle, we finished the first quarter square. So from moon in Sag to the moon in Pisces, we are integrating and mastering the activated cycle of this, in that we adjust how much more perfectly we apply in these social interactions, literal superpowers that you're using now for the first time after this change in attitude and belief. And what's very key about this is that personally, what this is going to do is very, very realistically in the earth signs flesh out physically the reality of how, Virgo, you use moon in Capricorn, your abilities. So I'm going to title this How to Use Your Superpowers, because you're going to legitimately come into the awareness of that to prepare you for the full moon, where you complete the perspective to now step into a whole new Libra season where you apply this in your relationships. Literally that simple. But it's going to be far from that, because you have to uncover unresolved emotions that you might have suppressed in order to fully use this, because your abilities are going to draw from the deepest parts of your soul in order for this to be a holistic, full body experience. Don't know where the fuck that came from, but it did. And that square to Chiron is going to really help challenge your individuality and how you see yourself when you're harnessing more power than you're used to. And the square to the Libra energy is going to have you balance how you exert this collective power in social situations. So enjoy that. You're going to definitively come into the real understanding practically of how to use your superpowers. And not only that, it's going to really open up moving forward the integration of this real experience into how to now harvest all of this coming in to next week. This will be a very dynamic next couple of days. And if you're excited to finally uncover specifically how to use your superpowers, comment down below what superpowers you're going to be awakening and using. You're constantly awakening with these Pluto aspects. So it's not just one awakening. You're awakening deeper depth and understanding as we go through the gauntlet. I hope you enjoy this. And like I said before, karma has come back around, baby. For those of you who've done good things, that karma is coming back for you too. There's no such thing as good and bad, but just to give you that concept. But what's really key here, especially with the Saturn contacts that are King Kunxing Libra and the trine that's going to be made lightly still with the moon and the sun and Uranus and everything, that grand earth trine, whatever's been done to you wrongfully at a psychic attack level, at a physical level, You're going to see visibly the cycle of, them getting their justice, their karma, and you really being vindicated and uplifted. You stay blessed. Godspeed. Peace.